Winston Peters.
So Mr. Shearer is no John Key. Well, maybe he's right, because I don't understand Mr. Shearer to be full of bull dust. I don't understand to be racked with amnesia, and I don't understand him to be a spray and walk away merchant. Right? Who knew about Kim.com? Well, that man did, who just sat down and he sought to not disclose a public disclosure matter. The Honourable Jonathan Coleman, Minister of Immigration, he got .com here in the first place. The Honourable Maurice Williamson, Minister for Land Information, approved the Crisco deal to Kim.com. Simon Power, Minister of Finance, Social Minister of Finance and Minister of Justice, declines .com's purchase of the Crisco mansion, gets Williamson to do a U-turn. Who else knew? Well, John Banks knew. Well, he didn't know back then. New Zealand Police, Off-Cans, and hundreds of others all knew about .com. And we have seen the backtracking from the Prime Minister. First, he said he was told about .com the night before the raid. That was demonstrably false. He knew in February this year about GCSB's involvement in .com. We know he was briefed by GCSB in February on 3 separate occasions. But things are heating up. The information we are getting in is getting us closer and closer to the Prime Minister. In April 2011, Simon Power was in a bit of a pickle about .com's OIO application. Although his colleague Maurice Williams had a rubber stamp the document, as Maurice always does, Power wasn't so sure. He wanted further advice. And on 18 July, Power declined .com's application and phoned the Prime Minister to tell him. Except the Prime Minister has no recollection. And why would Power call the Prime Minister's office to relay that information to him if it did not get to him? And more importantly, what happened 17 April, 18 July 2011? Well, we have found out that on the 13th of June 2011, in a written question, Simon Power met with the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister claimed to that written question in his answer, that is, in his reply he said, no record, no recollection. Yet today when asked, can he assure the House that Mr Power did not raise the subject of Kim.com at this 13 June meeting, he said, yes. And one of those answers is palpably, demonstrably false. Is this man's memory improving with age? Couldn't remember about the June 2011 meeting and answer, and today leapt to his feet to give an assurance. Now, frankly, that won't do. He's caught out again. We've already got 2 apologies from him, and here will come the 3rd one. And I hope this time that we're not delayed weeks and weeks and weeks to the most demonstrable apparent deceit and, in my view, a breach of the privileges of this House and a contempt of Parliament. All in one. His answer today cannot be correct. He said that there was no such conversation between Mr Power and himself. But he couldn't remember when he, on record, wrote about it in the House. Can't remember the Transrail shares. Can't remember the winery he didn't have a stake in. Can't remember the BMWs that he was involved in. Don't know, can't remember. These are the words that will be the legacy of this Prime Minister. And they'll come back to haunt him. Because the good news is, Mr Brownlee, there's lots more to come. And if they even dreamt that this issue is going to go away, if they even dreamt this issue is going to go away, they should wake up and apologise now.
The Honourable Jerry Brownlee.